The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and thanks for joining us. This is TVWAN News. In this edition, winding down of celebrations, citizens urged to be independent, and no proper housing for police. The Governor-General Sebo Bedai urged all Papua New Guineans to reflect on change as the country transforms into the new era of being independent for the next 48 years onwards. He made this remark during the flag-lowering ceremony yesterday at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium.
During the flag-lowering ceremony, the Governor-General Sir Bob Dadai called on all citizens to celebrate independence with the objective of bringing change to the country. He said Papua New Guinea is a Christian country, but so far there is no evidence of change due to the uprising of conflict and law and order issues.
We must build a peace-loving national character within our individual self and among our citizens. We must have a change in our mindset. Without values and high moral stance, including integrity, we are not worthy society and cannot realize our full potential as a destination for investment and business to flourish. I hereby call on all citizens to uphold and instill in ourselves, and especially our children, the core values of Christian principles and ethics, as they are fundamental in nation building. The basic Christian principles of generosity, courage, love, respect, honesty, obedience, and volunteerism are enshrined in our national constitution. These are the pillars which will allow us to stand tall as citizens of this country, take pride in what we are, and inside in us a desire to do more for our fellow citizens.
He said the onus is on each and every one of the citizens to build a just, safe, and secure society.
It is high time we deviate from the mindset of total reliance on government handouts and relying on politicians for financial support and sustenance of our livelihood. Success and accomplishment do not come easy. Hard work, perseverance, honesty, transparency, and persistence are but some of the qualities we must all possess to achieve success and progress for ourselves.
The flag-lowering ceremony ended the 48th Independence Ceremony in Port Moresby yesterday. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Meanwhile, Sir Bob Dadai condemned the fights in anger, asking ethnic groups to lay down their high-powered weapons once and for all. He said, how can we call ourselves Christian country when the fabric of our society is infested with social ills.
Continuing cowardly act of torture and the infiltration of our cities with tribal warfare are all condemned in the highest order and must cease once and for all. We must not use culture as an excuse to involve in violence and torture of fellow countrymen. I call on all leaders, politicians, businessmen, village elders and chiefs to intervene and restore peace and reconciliation and bring to justice those responsible for carrying out such horrific acts of violence.
In a show of unity, Papua New Guineans marked the country's 48th independence, attending a fest of activities held in Port Moresby from Friday 15th through to Sunday 17th of September. Unagi Oval held a colorful ending to city's celebration today.
In commemorating the country's 48th independence anniversary, many city residents flocked into various locations within the city from September 15 to the 17th to witness activities and events showcasing true Papua New Guinea traditions through sing-sings, display of arts and crafts, and many more events. The independence celebration started with the Unity Walk on September 15, led by NCD Governor Powers Pakop, where he called on city residents and every Papua New Guinean to walk in unity. Pakop said the city is the hub of all cultures from all tribes united in one, and given the diversity, people in the city must learn to live together in harmony from today onwards. As the independence activities came to a close today, Unagi Oval in Gordon stayed alive in true PNG spirit with live band entertainment, cultural dances including fun and games. According to NCDC's security enforcement team, the events throughout the city was trouble-free with the presence of police and security personnel in all locations. Maricela Kelaton, TVWAN News.
Treasurer Ian Ling-Staki said, as a young country learning from experience to better run the country, the government is working hard to create more opportunities and better income for the people. He said Papua New Guineans must benefit from the resources in their own land. Therefore, it starts with each citizen to be responsible and productive to earn a living independently rather than depending on the government.
Fisheries and forestry. Your government under the Pangu Party and its coalition partners want to take back what is yours and give it back to you. Find a business to operate in your country. Government will unbundle land, credit facilities, and buy your products. So your part is to get your hands dirty.
This is TV1 News. When we return, celebrating independence down under and breaking barriers for disabilities.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Want to know to win a scale rice matchy pack? Scale Rice is giving away hundreds of really scale prizes for that scale weekend. Prizes include over 200 scale rice Nambi set, over 190 scale rice Eskies, 44 JBL speakers with 2 wireless mics. To enter, buy any scale rice or Ori rice product, write your name and contact details at the back of the receipt, drop in the entry box. There's 116 winners fortnightly, 16 promo locations and 4 fortnightly draws. Time the soul.
More details in store or follow us on our social pages. Terms and conditions apply.
All Mama Flame is story all same.
Me say you sing flame flower long one. Yeah, me say me Kim Kai Kai belong family belong me. You go more yet. Man below me save like flower balls below me what them kawa na spring onion.
All pikinini below me save like him to mas pineapple donut me save walk him lo house.
Neme kumu mixi want them cow na karamapim long flour.
Tasty hash browns.
Time is kelly one time wala pela kai kai. Me save kissing more kai kai long all get a toya mi tromoy one time flame flour.
Do enough baking more one time flame flour.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans. Expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend. PNG's own coffee.
Open nets.
Welcome back. In commemoration of PNG's 48th Independence Day, students at James Cook University organized a vibrant market day with marquee set up with activities and local items for sale, fostering a sense of pride and patriotism among PNG students. This year's focus centered on supporting Townsville's local PNG businesses, nurturing a sense of home for international and local JCU students alike.
Students that come here can be motivated and see the things that we're doing by bringing our community together and sharing our culture, as well as taking the experience and education that we've gained here and bring it back home so that we can further improve the development of our country.
About 75 police personnel assigned to police the districts of Tapini and Goilala in the Central Province live in the nation's capital, as there is no proper housing in the districts. Central Province Governor Rufina Peters, when delivering her independence message last week, says the Central Provincial Government has allocated funding in this year's budget to renovate police housings at Tapini and Berena stations. She further says the Central Provincial Government is looking to embark on a training program for reserve police personnel. The Governor believes this will cut down on cost of maintaining and building housing.
So that's a major thing. So we are starting with, and I will be partnering with open members to actually pool our funds together to start maintaining houses. And if need be, and there is a need to actually build new houses as well, because they will be taken out of their own communities and trained, and they go back.
Established in 2020, Kumul Care is making waves as it strives to dismantle barriers for people with disability in rural Papua New Guinea. Founded by Pala Leka, the unique approach blends human rights-based and social models of disability. Over 1 million individuals in rural PNG faced neglect, discrimination and exclusion due to traditional and uniform view on disability. Kumul Care mission includes advocacy, education and awareness. The diverse 7-member team based in Townsville, Australia, aims to improve the quality of life for everyone across PNG, promoting inclusivity and conversations about disability rights.
Membership. There's no criteria for being Papua New Guinean to be on board with this, because doing work for people with disabilities is actually something that everyone should be a part of. The goal is to improve the quality of life for everyone living in Papua New Guinea, not just those that are in metro areas, those living in rural areas, those with all abilities. Make it your business to start conversations about rights of people with disabilities, so that everyone in our communities can live the best possible life that they can.
The leaders of US, UK and Australia have reaffirmed their commitment to the AUKUS agreement, aiming ongoing questions about how it will be achieved.
Both sides of US politics say there is bipartisan support for the goals of AUKUS, but there's disagreement over how they're going to be achieved. One of the elements of this plan would involve the United States selling Australia at least 3 Virginia-class nuclear-powered submarines from the early 2030s, while Australia starts to build its own nuclear-powered subs. But some Republicans have raised concerns about the pressure that US shipyards are already coming under. They argue that the United States is failing to meet its own submarine production targets, and they want to see more money being spent to build up that capacity before the US looks at transferring some of those subs to Australia. Now, those concerns have meant that some of the legislation that is needed to progress AUKUS has been held up because Congress will ultimately need to sign off on the transfer of those submarines. Legislation will also be needed, for example, to change export controls that would allow the sharing of sensitive technology. On the other side of this argument, you have members of Congress like Democrat Joe Courtney. He insists that these concerns, these challenges can be overcome, and he's really urged his colleagues to act with urgency when it comes to passing that legislation.
It's a valid concern. You know, the U.S. Navy has its own needs in terms of its submarine fleet, but I think with the investment that we're seeing and the lead time in terms of the demand signal, you know, we can get that cadence production above 2 Virginias a year and really satisfy both nations' navies in terms of what they need.
Now, the leaders of the US, the UK and Australia have released a statement today to mark exactly 2 years since AUKUS was first announced. They have really used that statement to reaffirm their commitment to this plan, which they've described as ambitious. Of course, it's not just in Washington where AUKUS is being debated. There have been plenty of questions raised in Australia about the merits and the cost of this deal, with estimates that it could cost up to $368 billion. The leaders have also pointed to some of those challenges that still lie ahead. They have said that legislators in all 3 countries have an important role to play here and that they're committed to working with them to bring this to fruition.
You are watching TVWAN News. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hey, you want to talk? Want to win one of 4 Costa buses? Simply collect 6 SP Lager Red promo caps and enter the draw at a participating store near you. There are heaps of other great prizes to win too, like SP Hunters jerseys and other awesome SP Lager gifts. So enter the draw today for a chance to win. There's a bus to be won in Islands, Southern, Momase, and the New Guinea Islands. SP Lager, Bungi Mumi!
Quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
The ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 2023 is almost here.
Oh, out! What a beauty! He's on absolute fire!
Welcome back. The SP PNG Hunters fullback Morea Jr. has had an incredible year in the 2023 Host Plus Cup competition. On his debut season, he snatched Rookie of the Year award. He has also been named in the Prime Minister's 13 side that takes on Australia on 23rd September at the Santos National Football Stadium, Port Moresby. This match will be a glimpse into the future for the player that has shown plenty of potential to become the Kumul's fullback in the years to come. It all happened in just 1 year for Morea Jr. From playing in the then Digital Cup competition for Central Dabaris, to making the PNG Hunters team and then to securing a spot in the PNG Prime Minister's 13 squad is an astronomical rise. Speed has been one of his greatest assets, although he has a lot to work on in his defense. The great thing about Morea is that he plays ice-up football. When he sees the opportunity, he capitalizes on it, and that makes him a dangerous player. He had been great for the SP PNG Hunters, and the statistics from his appearance in the Host Plus Cup competition can only show. He scored 11 tries from 20 appearances with 13 try assists. He kicks goals at 47%, which is a good start for any rookie player. His 83 tackle breaks and 10 line breaks on attack is among the best in the competition. Morea finishes the competition with 699 fantasy points and 35 at average. The statistics shows a glimpse of Morea and what the rugby league fans would be expecting, another 5-star performance from the Hunters fullback in the Prime Minister's 13 match. Now, with an intensity of the game expected to be on the all new level, Morea Jr. will be expected to step up and execute the role assigned to him. Being named as the number 14, Morea will be expected to play as an impact player coming off the bench. Meanwhile, this match will also be a selection trial for the upcoming Pacific Championship Challenge. Morea is among the players that will play to secure their spot in the Kumul squad for the Pacific Championship Challenge. Greater Western Sydney Giants are marching on to the preliminary final after stunning Port Adelaide Powers with 23 points win on Saturday. The Giants destroyed the Powers with a 5-goal second quarter blitz and then refused to fade late in the 93-70 victory in Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide had themselves to blame as they managed just 1 goal and 9 behinds, among with a few shots that did not score in the final term when they had the momentum and couldn't capitalize. This was a tough one for the Powers, who had a horror injury run. The Giants will now meet Collingwood in the preliminary final, Blockbuster at the Melbourne Cricket Ground next weekend, and Brisbane Lions plays Carlton Blues. Winners of these matches proceed on to Grand Final on September 30th. And now the regional weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern region, isolated showers and windy conditions. Momase region, isolated showers and thunderstorms scattered over Sepik region. New Guinea Islands region, isolated showers and thunderstorms scattered over Manus and northern New Ireland province. Highlands region, isolated showers and thunderstorms. And that ends the news tonight. Have a pleasant night. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.